What up, though? What up, though? This is Detroit Mail, and we are back here with you with another episode of We Don't Have a Name for the Podcast Yet. So we're going to call it No Name, part of IOW Network. We're going to talk about, as you can see on the bottom of the screen, Detroit Land Hard Knocks. So just bear with me as I carve this thing out. I just wanted to kind of talk about the Lions. I got excited, so I was like, I'm going to do a podcast. I'll worry about the name later. So I'm gonna come up with a name as we go. But anyway, if you new to the channel, please like, subscribe. You look us up under IOW Sports on YouTube. We are on Facebook. We also have our own Facebook network page, so it's IOW Network. So if you have a hot take and you just can't hold it, you want to put it somewhere, go to IOW Network and give out your hot take. If you have a podcast you want to share, you can also put that on there. If you have something that you might be selling, promoting, you can also go to IOW Network and put that on there. Also, shout out to Lamar and his Wild Card Chiefs um podcast. So if you're a Chiefs fan and you want to hear just nothing but Chief content, you can go over to IOW Sports and you will see some of the Wild Card Chiefs podcast. Also, if you are a Jets fan, we got our brother Nick who does the show with us on Mondays and Thursday. He has a podcast called Proud Jets Fan. And also when the football season off and running, we will have Money Line with Nick Shine. Um I think that's all of the promotion. So let's get down to it. So Hard Knocks, man, episode 2. I was excited about episode 1. I loved everything I seen episode 1. And I thought, well, let's see what episode 2 gonna bring. So first of all, I want to start off by saying, I follow a lot of different Lions podcasts, and I kind of like to get the feel of the room, check the temperature, and see what other fellow Lions fans are feeling. And I had a few of them. I want to say is what we're sports. I think that's what it was. I was watching, and a few guys on there was talking about they didn't. Well, I'm gonna paraphrase. 'Cause I don't know exactly what they said, but they were saying something along the lines of they didn't think that episode 2 was great as episode 1. I can understand that, but here's what I say to that. I enjoy just seeing the Lions being talked about. You know, as a Lions fan who's been a fan for years and years, and only time you really heard someone mention the Lions was they talked about Barry Sanders. They didn't talk about the team. They talked about Barry Sanders. They talked about Calvin Johnson and occasionally mentioned Matthew Stafford, but they didn't talk about the team. This is one of the first times you hear in a positive way, hearing people talking about the team as a whole, because there's so many different standouts on the team. So for me, just to see them it being talked about and see them on Hard Knocks and be able to get an inside look, I'm excited. But there's a few things I want to point out that I liked about Hard Knocks in episode 2. Let's start off with Aaron Glenn's speech. This was a necessary speech. I don't know about you, but I like how he pointed out a few players, asked them what college they went to, and asked them about their mindset about winning. And most of them was like, "Hey, we expected to win," because if you think about it, when you in college and you go to a major school or a winning school, you know you're gonna get drafted into the NBA. Versus like if you go to a mediocre school, there's very few players that get drafted from mediocre schools. And I say NBA, NFL. There's very few players that go to a mediocre school and get drafted in the NFL. For the most part, you're looking at standouts at big schools. Well, let me say standouts at winning programs that get drafted to the NBA and NFL. I got NBA on the mind for some reason into the NFL. So you have to you going from a winning mindset into an organization who has a reputation for losing all the time. So I think what Aaron Glenn said had to be said. Not only had to be said because of you need to kind of switch that mindset and take their mind off of what they might have been hearing, what they might have heard, you know, dispel the rumor, so to speak. But you had to turn that switch on for those who have already been there and say, hey, we need to have a mindset of winning. We need to think win now, you know, not worried about same old Lions, you know. And it's funny because you heard that when the preseason one game was and they end up losing, you heard that same old Lions. So not only that the team need to switch, maybe the fans need to turn that switch on and say, hey, you know what? We need to turn a winning mindset on because we have something special here. Now, I'm not saying that to say that this year they're gonna win 10 games, 11 games. Like I said in my other episode, I'm reaching for the picture, but I ain't drinking the Kool-Aid just yet. I got common sense. I know they're not gonna win that many games, but it's the first time I feel safe enough to have expectations. You know, before I didn't feel safe enough to have expectations. It was kind of like, I don't know if I want to get out there and, you know, put my fan feelings out there because I know they're gonna get hurt. You know, because it's same old Lions. But now we need to switch our mindset and think winning. They can win. You know, they have pieces now. They have the mindset now, and I think Aaron Glenn's speech was necessary to talk about winning. Now, is the culture alone going to transfer into wins? No, I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know, but that's a start. You have to start with that. You know, the way you think can affect the way you do. And if you have a positive mindset, that's the right step forward into having positive results. So I love the speech. I thought the speech was great. I thought the speech was needed. And I thought the speech is going to do things to help move this team forward. Now, second thing I want to talk about, man, Deuce is, I don't know, man. Everybody talked about Dan Campbell and everybody talked about Jamal Williams still in the show. Man, Deuce got me captivated. Deuce got me like I'm watching all my children, um, One Life to Live, and As the World Turned, all rolled into one. It's like I'm watching. I'm like, ooh, say more about that. You know, say what? Oh, okay, I see you. I mean, the way the interaction between him and Swift, and that goes back to what I was saying earlier about the mindset. He has to get him to think you're better than what you're doing. You're better than what you are performing. You know, you may not think you can do it, but I know you can do it. I see the potential in you. And I like that. I like the fact that he's getting him to start thinking more about, you know, he started to think more about winning, more about your skill set, what you have. You have the right tools in you. You don't need to go reach for it. What you have is what you have in you is there. Let me say it like that. What you have in you is there. You have the tools in you to win. And I mean, I think like the way he talked to him in the film, in the film room and running back room, and let him know, hey man, you have to start thinking more of a winner. You have to start thinking about more of what you have in you. You have to start thinking about more of picking yourself up, you know, out of this mentality of, you know, I'm not good enough. Now, I can't say 100% sure that's what he's thinking, but if you think about the comment that was made, I think it was last year when they were saying, I think Dan Campbell had said, you know, that Swift has no difference between being hurt. I think he said hurt and being injured. I may be saying that wrong, but you know, and basically saying, you know, and Campbell kind of pointed out at the, episode one, the way you feel now is the best you're gonna feel. You know, 85%, you still can win. We can beat you at 85%. You're not gonna feel 100% in football. You're gonna dig dinged up, nicked up. There's a difference between getting dinged up, nicked up, and being injured. And so I'm thinking about those comments. Think about what Deuce was saying to him in that film room, and putting those together and saying that maybe Jamal, maybe Swift has a confidence problem. You know, Now moving forward, I like when they got to the preseason game, and he got tackled as soon as he got the ball. Yeah, I think the second time he ran, he got tackled. He gained a few more yards. He pulled him out, talked to him, and say, "Man, you got to hit that hole, and you got to you got to cut and hit that hole." Then what happens? They put him back in. He plants his foot in the ground, change direction, touchdown, and then he pulls him to the side. Now you coach me. Tell me what you did. I like that. So the reason why I like that is because here's the thing. Because I know I am a teacher by nature. Here's the thing. If he can translate what he did into words, translate what he did in his mind, he's got it. If he can just put what I did, this is how I did it, this is why I did it, and put those pieces together, he's got it. So that's why I like the fact he said, "Coach me, tell me what you did." So now he can kind of like start thinking about, okay, this is why I did it, this is how I did it, this is why I did it, those things. So I thought that was great. St. Brown, man. I gotta talk about St. Brown. First, we gotta talk about his dad. Man, his dad had me ready to go hit the gym. I want to turn the thing off, get up out my bed while I was watching it, and start doing push-ups, start getting that bench. He had me motivated, man. And you can understand why St. Brown has the attitude he has. His dad starts with his dad first. His dad motivated him, had him lifting weights since middle school. Since middle school, he's lifting weights, you know. And then you look at, most times we say, "Oh man, that parents pushing too hard. That parents pushing too hard." But look at the end result. Look at the product. And then now he comes in and he has a chip on his shoulder. He said, "I can remember all 16 people that was drafted before me," and he started running down the names, blah, 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 name after name after name after name, and he carries that chip with him, and that chip is what he needed. Not only that was what he needed, it lends to the atmosphere, lends to the culture that the Lions are giving out. It's getting me excited. I like to see that. Um, I like the fact that dad was like, he's calling out people. Hey, Kevin Durant, how many calf raises have you did? You know why you got that Achilles? You know why you got those injuries? You ain't doing calf raises. Look how little your legs is. You got to lift the whole body. And tell, hey, if you do the tricep pull downs like this, you a grandma. I like that. I like that because it speaks to the culture that we need to have around here. It speaks to the culture that we are develop around here. Also, I like the fact he talked about the jug machine. He said his dad saw a guy that was great. He said dad saw a guy that was great at catching. He asked, "Hey, what's your secret?" He said, "I do 200 catches on the jugs machine." So he said, "Hey, we're gonna do 202." So not only gonna do what makes you great, but you're gonna exceed that so you can be better than great. I like that. I think that was special. It goes to the mindset that we need to have. And then you think about St. Brown, how he's talk about, you know, I broke the Lions rookie record. He's motivated. Those are the type of players we need on this team. We need these on our team. Michael Rodriguez, man. I like how Calvin Shepard said, "Hey, um, Rodriguez, what rounds you drafted in?" You know, and he said 6th round. And I ain't trying to call you out. This ain't no shade at you, but he's getting on those linebackers. This man's drafting in the 6th round. And, it was a guy that's been here for 5 years said he haven't seen a linebacker do what he do. He was drafting in the 6th round. And that's what you need. You need that kind of push behind those linebackers because let's face it, our linebacker play sucks. It sucks, you know, and we don't have great linebackers. And I like the fact he's pushing them. Hey, this rookie. This is a rookie. He kept emphasizing this is a rookie. This rookie drafted in the 6th round is beating some of you guys out. That's been here or have been drafted higher. This rookie is beating some of you guys out. This is what we need right here. I like that. I like how Dan Campbell, giving out nicknames. And that's my big thing. When I first meet somebody and I get to know them, I start calling them, like I start giving out nicknames. I call certain such and such, so and so, whatever. And so that kind of speaks to me because I like that. So he calls um Josh Reynolds, he calls him the smooth serpent of death. He said, I like that, bro. The smooth serpent of death. I just like what this team is building, man. And they start calling Rodrigo. They call him so much that some of the players don't realize his last name is Rodriguez. And it's kind of like not only are we doing the right attitude, we build camaraderie amongst our brethren. We build love and family. Because they spoke about Deuce spoke about it in the first episode, is that I can tell you I love you, but when I get on that field, I want to beat your ass. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I play. When we go on that field, I don't know you. And we get through playing, we can shake hands and we still cool, but we're on that field, I don't know you. And that's the attitude you need to have. We in practice, it's iron sharpen iron. So if I go soft on you, that's not only going to affect me, it's going to affect you. It's going to affect your play. It's going to affect my play. I'm not getting better by going soft on you, and you're not getting better by me going soft on you. So we get in there and we butt heads, and we give it our all. We let it all on the field. After we finish, take a shower, and we go out and have some beers. That's how it should be. Iron sharpen iron. You can't sharpen the iron if the other side is dull or the other side is not even as great as you are. You have to get out there and give it all and leave it all on the field. I like that. I like how Dan Campbell said, we are never out of it. We're never out of it. That's the mindset you gotta have. I don't care if you're down 30 points. We never out of it. We can always win. And that's the attitude we gotta have. And I think I was watching, it might have been What We're Sports again, and one of them kind of mentioned like, last year, because that same old Lions mentality, when the Ravens kicked that field goal, that's all we lost. He knew it was going in, you know. So that we're never out of it attitude has to be developed. So you're not even, I don't care what circumstances are, what situation, to the clock hits zero, we always got a chance. That's a mind switch. You gotta have that mind switch. I like that. Um, they showed a few more players than they did last time. You got to see, like I mentioned, St. Brown. I enjoyed that. See more Malcolm Rodriguez. Um, I'm trying to think who else they showed. They showed a few other people right now. Series just in my mind. They show more people. Um, I know some people mentioned they showing the Hutchinson family a lot. It doesn't really bother me right now. I guess if it go on, they keep showing it too much. It may become annoying, but right now it doesn't bother me. Um, because it shows his humanity, it shows his connection, it shows where he came from. So I mean, Hutch is gonna be the star of this team, one of the stars of this team, one of the bright spots of this team. So, you have that connection with him because you see his family played his father played in Michigan. His family follows him to the game. Does some of that stuff seem a little scripted? I don't know. It could have been, but I know I wasn't even focused on that. I was more focused on the team. You know what they showing about the team. Now, the one thing I want to see, um, but we're not going to get to see because this is before the season start. But I'm curious of how film study is going to be. Who's going to be studying? How they're going to be studying? Who's going to be a student of the game? One of the things I like to point out, like about Hutch too, is that you know he's a quick learner. He's always learning on the fly. He's always learning on the fly. Like if you see a mistake, boom, you see that next play or 2 plays later, he's correcting it. That's what you need. You need that. He'll be a captain soon. Trust me. I see that in he's gonna be a captain soon. He's a phenomenal player. And then you look at if we get if we ever find out what's going on with Levi Onsariki, he comes back, Akora, Julian and Romeo. If we can get them back, Josh Pascal, see what he does, and he develops. We got a monster defensive line, man. You got the versatility in a core. You got the versatility in Hutch going up and down the line. You got versatility in um Julian Core, linebacker and get down on the line. If Houston develops, you got that versatility there of linebacker and defensive line. So I like the fact that you can switch people in and out. Funches, you know, he looks good because he's a hybrid tight end to me because he's a big body tight end who plays like a receiver. So you got weapons. Um, can we do a little better with the secondary? Yeah, it needs some more safety help. But hopefully Lucas develop. Hopefully Akuda will get better with more reps. Josh Jacobs will be back. So I'm not Josh, Jerry. I don't want to say Josh. Jerry be back. So then you have that. So I think that this year, might need to curb our expectations. But I can see development. I can see progress. And that's what I hold on to. I don't hold on to they don't make the playoffs this year. That's to me, that's irrelevant. I want to see progress. I want to see development. And I'm starting to see development. It's making me excited. So it makes me like wait with bated breath. They say for every Tuesday, I say, okay, let's see what Hard Knocks gonna do. Wait for the next preseason game. I'll see if Boyle mindset change. If Boyle plays better. Not Boyle, Blau. I'm sorry. If Blau changes. Blau mindsets change. Blau mindset changes and plays better. Tim Boyle is what I said before. He consistently is being consistently bad. So I'd rather than play with two quarterbacks and cut him. He should be part of the next cut to me. Get rid of him. Then we don't need Mason Rudolph. I want to address that too before I sign off too. We do not need Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph doesn't do nothing for this team. Is he better than Boyle? Yes, he's better than Boyle to me. But why give up draft picks for Mason Rudolph? Doesn't make sense to me. Why give up? We trying to develop a team. We're trying to develop a winner here, and you need those draft picks for next year. Why would you give a draft pick for someone who doesn't move the needle? It's a waste. If you go with two quarterbacks and then Blau gets hurt also, there's always somebody out there waiting to come in. Trust me, it's gonna be somebody there. And you know what I'm saying? And if it's not, it's not. We wasn't going to Super Bowl this year anyway. So I'd rather roll the dice with that than to waste draft picks on Mason Rudolph. But anyway, I'm through. I think I talked long enough about my Lions. I just want to get something out here about Hard Knocks. If you see this video, give me some ideas about the name of the show. I still haven't named it yet. I'm working on that. I'll probably name it. I'll probably try to come up with something within next week or so. But not you're gonna still calling it the No Name Lions Podcast. It's called the No Name Lions Podcast right now. But I'm enjoying the fact that I can talk about my Lions now. I can hold my head up. I see hope. I'm keeping hope alive, as Jesse say. But until then, tune in to our group podcast with Wildcard Mar and Nick Shine and myself every Monday and Thursday at 4 p.m. We stream live. So, if you want to see a lot, you want to live and call into the show or drop a comment, and if you're a Detroit Lion fan, please call in. I am being surrounded by Redskins, Giants, New York, and Chiefs fans all the time. We do a live show. I need some help. you know. So if you're a Detroit Lions fan and you see this, hey man, drop a comment, man. And shout out to uh was it Detroit Lions Syndicate? I think that's the name of the podcast. I don't know him personally, man, but I love his grind. I watch his show all the time. So if you get this, man, hey man, much respect. I love you grind, bro. I love you grind. I like what you're doing. Now keep up the good work. But all right, then. Until then, we'll see you next time I drop another Lions video, or we'll see you on Monday or Thursday, streaming live to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at 4 p.m. Peace.